I used to look like this. Now I look like this. You need to have a season in your life where you lock in and change your life and your destiny and your story forever. Like so many people don't understand like the concept of locking in. You need to lock in for a season of your life in order to rapidly change your story. You can literally see my before picture, right? This is my before picture. In order for me to like achieve the things I was able to achieve in my career, my fitness, my mental health, I had to lock in for like 2 years, 2 solid years. I was locked in. What do we mean by locked in? Locked in is basically where for a certain period of time, the only thing you wake up every day to do is to work on yourself. Like you don't do any other thing. The only thing you do every minute, every hour, every second of the day is to work on yourself. That is basically what locking in means. You mean that it's a season of your life where you literally even friends, you don't meet up with friends. You basically don't even have like a social life. You cut that out. In short, yes, you cut the social life out in order to lock in, especially if you are at ground zero. Because trust me, in November 2021, I was in ground zero. I was fat, was unhealthy, I had poor mental health, I was broke, I was addicted to porn. I I literally like was doing like all the bad habits that you could imagine. I was literally at ground zero. In order to move from ground zero to ground, whatever ground you want to go to and take it, whatever limit you think that you can go to, you need to lock in for a certain period of time. You need like aggressive change. You need like this massive change. You need to lock in. You need a very aggressive change. And what are the things you should do during this locked in period? There are certain habits that you should do when you when you want to lock in. In order for you to lock in, you need to do very, very core habits. First thing is going to the gym. Doesn't matter whether you are slim, you are fat, or whatever physical shape you are in. If you don't have muscles, you are not fit. If you can't run, you're not fit. Most people think that because they are slim that they are fit. No. In short, most slim people are the most unhealthy people I've ever met. They can't even run for like 2 minutes. They start panting and breathing out. They can't even lift 20 kg. What is 20 kg? They can't even lift 5 kg dumbbells. And because they are slim, they are fit. You are not. So, in your season of locking in, you need to go to the gym. It's very, very important for you to be consistent in the gym. And it's not really hard to build like a consistent habit in the gym. When you start going to the gym, you don't have to go 5 times a week. You are just a beginner, you are a newbie. You cannot do that. You will not be consistent. Let's say for the first month that you start going to the gym, do once a day, once a week. I know, but it might seem too little for you because your ego is that here. You think that you can do more than that. But trust me, if you could do more than that, you would have been consistent in the gym. So you are not consistent in the gym. So I'm telling you how to be consistent. In the first 1 month of you going to the gym, what do? Just go once a week. Then on the second month, you can increase it to twice a week. In the third month, you make it 3 times a week. Even if you just continue for the rest of your life, 3 times a week going to the gym, you will be very fit, healthy, and fine. So that is how to build consistency. It's not about going every day for 1 month, then you not quit. That is not consistency. That's foolishness. So I'm telling you how to be consistent. You take it gradually. It's called progressive overload. You don't go and overwhelm your system. You're a newbie. So we've talked about going to the gym. One of the first habits of locking in. The second thing is learning a technical skill. You need to build a skill that you can use to make money. Especially if you are broke, you need to have a skill. You need to learn a digital skill, not one of these skills that does not scale. What I mean by skill is like a skill like let's say like I don't know, hairdressing. That's not a skill that scales. A digital skill is a skill that scales because like you can do it for multiple people at once. You can take on plenty projects you can work for multiple companies. What do I mean by digital skill? We are talking about like software engineering. I learned software engineering. I'm a programmer. We're talking about product design. We're talking about cyber security. We're talking about product management. We're talking about like content creation. Whatever that has to do with the internet, you as a young person, you should have a skill that you can use to make money from the internet. If you don't, you are a loser and you don't know what you're doing currently. So whatever situation you are in, once you want to lock in, you need to have a digital skill that you're learning. And the fourth thing to lock in is meditation. Meditation is the act of being in the present moment because most people think that their thoughts right now, even you that you don't meditate, you think that your thoughts, your mind, and your consciousness are the same thing. They are not. Your thoughts, your mind, and your consciousness are three separate entities. Thoughts pop into your mind, and when you meditate, your consciousness will be able to observe these thoughts. Let's say, for example, now you don't meditate and you're fat, you're a fat person. When you get the thought in your head to go and eat cake, you don't even like critique or observe that thought. The moment the thought pop into your mind to go and eat cake, you go and eat cake. That's because you're a dumbass and you don't meditate. But when you meditate and the thought of eating cake pop into your mind, your consciousness will be able to observe that, oh, it is just a thought. I don't have to indulge in it. I can just like chill and let the thought because it will always go away. It's just a craving. That is the powerful thing of meditation. So when you meditate, your consciousness would be able to observe the thoughts in your mind. But when you don't meditate, you would think that your thought and your mind are the same thing. They are very, very different. Most people don't. It is crazy. Do you know how crazy it is? It is crazy that 99% of people living on earth, of humans, think that their thoughts and their mind is the same thing. 99% of people living think that their thought is only the 1% of people that know that their thought and their mind is not the same thing. Those are different entities. Your consciousness observes the thoughts in your mind. I wish I can transfer this kind of skill to you, but I can't. So you need to learn it on your own. You need to meditate. Download the app Medito on the App Store and start with at least 1 minute, 2 minutes meditation. Then the fourth thing you need to do during your lock-in season is journal. Journaling is basically there are two types of journaling. The first type is gratitude journaling. The second one is mind dump journaling. Gratitude journaling is when you wake up every day and write at least 5 things that you are grateful for. Because no matter the kind of situation you are in life, you have something to be grateful for. No matter the situation you are in. When back in the days when I started self improvement, right, I was like, oh, I'm grateful for my bed. I'm grateful for the food I eat. I'm grateful for the roof over my head. I'm grateful for my laptop. I'm grateful for like even like the pen I used to write. Because no matter what, you have something in your life. As long as you are not dead, as long as you are breathing, you can literally say, I'm grateful for the air that I can breathe, that my lungs are okay. I'm grateful that my legs are okay. As long as you are alive, you have something to be grateful for, no matter the situation that you're in. As long as you can literally breathe. Because there are people in the hospital that pay for oxygen to breathe. People literally the air that you're receiving for free and your lungs is working perfectly. Some people pay to have that air in them. So as long as you are alive and you have life, you have something to be grateful for. So that's the first kind of journaling where you wake up every day and you write 5 things that you're grateful for. The second type of journaling is mind dump journaling, where you basically write everything's in your head because a lot of us try to like carry. I remember like yesterday, I had like a lot of things to do. I had a lot of tasks to do, and I was trying to juggle it in my head. I was like, Jeffrey, what the fuck? Are you dumb? Go and write this thing down. Go and write the tasks you need to do down. So basically, just me writing down the tasks I need to do. Okay, one, two, three, four, five. I had like six things to do. So I wrote it down. I was like, okay, let me start tackling it one by one. It literally just cleared up my mental space and mental bandwidth. So if you don't journal, imagine you trying to like settle things in your head. This person did this to you. This person said this. You have to do this, and everything's just going on in your head. How would you be a functionally um, happy human being or someone that is mentally stable? You will not. So that's the powerful thing of mind dump journaling. Everything that's in your head, you just write it down. Everything's in your head, you just write it down. so that your brain will be left to think of useful things, not like things that really does not matter. Just write things down, everything in your head, every day, write it down. So that you have like mental space to do like the hard, difficult tasks of learning a skill. So like this four habits I just preached to you: going to the gym, learning a technical skill, meditation, and journaling. Right. These were the things I did for 2 years, from November 2021, 2022, and 2023. And trust me, I never remained the same person again. I literally changed my physical appearance, my financial situation, my mental health. Everything about me improved. I literally became like a new person. People see me and they don't even recognize me again. People that know me from like 5 years ago, right? People that did not know me 5 years ago, and I show them my before picture. They always think I'm lying. They always think I'm lying. That they say that it's not me. But why would I lie about that? That is how much I have changed physically, mentally, and everything about me has changed. I literally just locking in for like 2 years and doing all these habits. So I promise you, this is guaranteed success because I've actually done it. If I've done it, you can do it. I hope this video was impactful for you. I hope you were able to learn one or two things. If you did, please leave a like on this YouTube channel. And if you also like want to share your thoughts in the comment section, you can do that. And also please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. God bless you.